Okay, so we are over at the shop today. I decided to get a lot of the stuff cleaned out over there and decided I wanted to do a video on this and go over all of the changes, because if you guys remember back in January how this thing looked, it had a red bed on it, no bumper, no tailgate, the wheel lifted on it. You guys can see everything that I took out of the shop we're taking home. We're working on getting some storage space there, so we got the generator, all the big stuff out, other than the toolbox. But I kind of wanted to go over this thing because I just finalized a couple of things on it. You guys can see that it looks a lot different. We did get the flares on. You can see that the fender flares are actually level with the front wheels, so it actually sits flush, so it looks pretty good up there. And then the back, it kind of sticks out a little bit. But yeah, so some of the things, there is going to be a few things that I will do to this yet in the future. There's only a few more cosmetic things that I'm going to do to it. So yeah, I'm going to get the headlights cleaned up, and then we are also going to do tint. I think I'm going to do the bottom here in black, and then up, like, I don't know how high I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do a little bit of the windshield, and then we'll debate doing the side, depending on how well I can see. But you guys can see how much cleaner it is. We put the front lip back on. I got the chains back up, which since I'm using this for service, mobile stuff, I decided to put them back on just in case we needed to use them for getting out of certain situations. And I got the tinted plate on the front. So other than that, you guys can see we got some 2-inch spacers. I went and found these actually on Amazon. They're a hub-centric 2-inch spacer. Actually, for 60 bucks, there was 2 of them, so I wanted to try them out because I've been running 2-inch aluminum spacers for years and never had an issue. And I was actually heavy towing with this. I always ran a 2-inch in between the duals, and now I'm running a 2-inch on the inside and a 2-inch between the duals, and then now I'm running a 2-inch up front. So I really like this because it centers the wheel. I don't have to worry about having to get lug-centric lug nuts. So now it can just keep the factory lug nuts and I don't have to worry about that. But you can see now this thing sits flush with the flare. So super happy about that. Some things I don't know, I didn't do a video on, but we did get the blacked out lights on the side, blacked out tail lights and brake light, and then the blacked out center light. And then I do have 3 down here, but I'm probably going to get rid of them because only 1 works. So backup camera, painted a bumper, all that stuff you really didn't see. But this is my 2004 Ram 2500 dually swapped 12 valve. I'm going to go over some of the things that I did in the engine compartment to make it work. 5-inch straight pipe from the turbo back, 315 7017 all countries. And just all in all, I mean, I went over, if you guys want to see the toolbox setup, go check out the previous video on my mobile mechanic video. But other than that, like, we're just slowly getting moved. And you guys, I got a ton of good response on the last couple videos. With the pullover got over 10,000 views. The almost lost my business video is almost at 5,000, and then the video I did on the mobile mechanics about 1,500. So the views, I mean, that was pretty damn good. I was super happy about that. So I figured I'd do a follow-up video. You guys can see now we are gonna get after winter's over, I'm gonna get like all of this painted up. We're gonna get it cleaned. I've actually washed it with soap twice. A lot of guys know that I don't really wash my vehicles, so we're gonna get that taken care of. A little bit of the body work, so we'll take care of all the rust down here. We're gonna work on building a skid for the mobile mechanic stuff, so I'm gonna be doing that all winter with that. So, and then we'll probably try to make room for a welder, whether or not I get one or not. I don't know if I'm gonna continue using this shop for the welding, but I probably will. So feel free to let me know in the comments. In the description there is a couple of links, so go check that out. But yeah, so here how it is sitting. I mean, I don't know, guys, I think it's pretty good looking for what it is. And you can see we got the hub over here. So, but other than that, I'm gonna I'm gonna get the hood popped. Another thing, obviously I did a video on this, but we did get a full interior in the truck, so back seats, front seat. I am looking for a center console that has the 3 cup holders in the center, and then I'm gonna replace, I was gonna install the mechanical 4-wheel drive, but I'm just gonna go back to the electronic because I don't feel like dealing with it right now. And then here we go. Under here, we put the air filter back where it was. There is the HE 351 VE. I disconnected the solenoid there, so we're going to switch that up for the exhaust brake. But as you can see, so 12 valve 4th gen turbo, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but you can, exhaust brake is all the way forward and then back is all the way open. So I've been running it all the way open because I like the sound of it. So slowly getting everything cleaned up. So I guess the whole point of me making this video, I wanted to go over some of the things that I made changes on, and I also wanted to give some updates on the business. That last ticket that we got for the driving with a suspended license, I am in the process of fighting that, so I will make an update video on that. I just wanted to say thank you guys for all of the responses and everything. You know, we get some negative comments every now and again. It's all good. It's not a big deal. But I definitely do appreciate the support and all the views. And unfortunately, I don't really have too much going on. I definitely want to build out a mobile mechanic skid. I want to do some more videos on mobile mechanics. So give me some ideas down in the comments, because right now I'm between working and everything, like the business and everything's slow. So I'm really only working 40 hours a week. And then I'm doing like some side stuff, just fixing this thing up. But there's really nothing left to fix other than the cluster. So there's really nothing much going on except just my main 40 hours a week. So let me know if you guys need anything done. I try to stick to the 88 to 18 Ram 25, 35, 45, and 5500 trucks, all diesels. I try to stick to that, but I can branch out and do some other things if you guys are in my area. It's central Pennsylvania. The mobile stuff I'm doing around the Carlisle area. So there's a an AutoZone and an Advanced Auto where I usually have people pull in, because you can pull in with a big trailer. Semis are pulling in there all the time, and that's just where I like to do the work. So if you guys need anything, feel free. Everything is down in the description. And on top of that, I get back to you pretty quick too. And if you just have questions about certain things, I can certainly help you diagnose and go over some things. Sounds like a damn jet. All right, so here's everything. We did manage to get it home. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up pulling everything out and throwing it in the shed, and then I will have better access to all of this stuff, so I will be able to better serve the Carlisle area. But there you go. All right, there you go, all cleaned out. Other than that, so I'm gonna get a piece goes around that to weld this to the tailgate. So you'll see that in the